Few people know about it, and even fewer have seen it. Yet it's been there since the days of our grandfathers, right under our feet. 6 miles of it, running under some of the busiest streets in the world. It's a railway, but one with a difference. A track with trains that carry no passengers. There are no drivers and there are no guards. These trains travel the length of the tunnels many times a day, every day. Believe it or not, there are 50 trains like this, running at 4-minute intervals at peak times, and some of them have travelled more than 1 million miles. They travel at 35 miles an hour, 70 feet under central London, from east to west and back again, calling at 7 purpose-built underground stations, completely independent of London's underground passenger network, and running along specially constructed tunnels. And the reason why they don't carry passengers is because they're there to carry letters, postcards, packages and data post. In fact, 1/3 of the mail that comes in and out of London every day. For this is London's Post Office Underground Railway, and it's unique. The idea is as old as the hills, or at least as old as one hill. A man called Rowland Hill, who was secretary to the post office in the middle of the last century. He's the man who started the penny post. But he could foresee the centre of London becoming more and more congested. The population was growing, there were more and more businesses. Its roads were being jammed with more and more horse-drawn vehicles, and later on, petrol-driven ones. At any moment, the teeming city streets could be paralysed by a sudden fog, a snowstorm, or a state occasion. It was essential to get the mail across and in and out of central London on time. And today, in the late 20th century, these problems are greater than ever before. And so, the post office began to look for alternative ways of carrying mail across London, or rather under. One of the first ideas to be tried was for the mail to be sucked along tunnels by vacuum. Later, pneumatic-tyred trains were used. The first train from Holborn to Euston ran on October the 10th, 1865, and 2 scientific gentlemen made a brave and uncomfortable trip. Suction needed to give way to electricity. As a result of an inquiry in 1911, digging work started in 1913 to build the tunnels that are still in use today. During the First World War in 1914, the unfinished tunnels were used to store valuable pictures and treasures from the British Museum, safe from Zeppelin raids. In fact, the Underground Railway wasn't completed for another 10 years, in 1927. Today, it is still the only railway of its kind in the world. This unusual railway network connects 6 postal districts across central London from east to west, with mail rail stations below each sorting office, as well as 2 of the busiest mainline stations, Liverpool Street and Paddington. The mail bags come down from the sorting offices and the mainline stations along spiral chutes. Bags for destinations just along the line, or as far distant as Holland or Hong Kong. They're packed into the containers of the trains to begin their journey across London. A switch frame controller at each mail rail station is responsible for the movement of every train in his section of the line, and he passes them on to the controller at the next mail rail station. Each train runs to time, 50 of them, on average 1 every 4 minutes. some going straight through, but most on stopping trips. They run continuously every day for 22 hours, with a 2-hour shutdown for maintenance and repairs, when some of them will run into this depot at Mount Pleasant. Here's one of the latest trains, a non-stop express carrying urgent mail and data post from Liverpool Street to Paddington, a 6-mile journey across London that would take just under 13 minutes. In this specially edited sequence, we can now get a worm's eye view of London on an exclusive ride on the mail rail. It's 70 feet under the City of London, with the River Thames to its left. It'll be running under and over London's sewers and the tunnels that carry the tube trains. It's passing St Paul's and the First Station. Moving along Holborn Viaduct and bearing north to Mount Pleasant. There'll be no collisions because the line behind it goes dead as soon as the train passes over it. It goes uphill into the stations and down as it goes out. There's a 1 in 20 gradient that helps it to brake and accelerate. Southwest now, past the British Museum. And Centre Point. And north of Piccadilly Circus and Trafalgar Square. Through Western Central Station, then the Western District Station just off Oxford Street. And onwards, behind Selfridges and all the top London stores. Past Marble Arch, and northwest to Paddington. The train arrives under Paddington Station. This vital link in the post office chain has carried about 120 mailbags swiftly and easily across London, just a fraction of the 40,000 that travel this line every day. Nearly 250 postal staff and engineers have helped to make it run efficiently and quickly. It's taken the mail traffic between 6 London sorting offices and 2 mainline stations off the streets of one of the most congested capitals of the world. Millions and millions of letters and data post every day. So, the chances are this unique railway has carried one of your letters.